Guys, whether you just upgraded to the newest iPhone or you're setting up one for the very first time, getting it right with the best accessories, it makes all the difference in your experience. Now that's because the difference between the setup that works and one that just drives you crazy comes down to the details. It's all about the details: speed, protection, and how everything fits together. Like you, I wanted a setup that I could use to handle my basic needs: protection, utility, and charging, but to do so without the usual mess or slowdown. So I built one that actually works with the help of today's video sponsor, ESR. Let's get started. First up, let's talk about one of, if not the most important parts of setting up your iPhone correctly, and that is charging. Nothing kills your momentum faster than grabbing your iPhone in the morning and realizing it's only half charged because of slow MagSafe speed. This is ESR's CryoBoost 3-in-1 Qi 2.2 magnetic charging station, and what makes it different is that it's active cooling. Now, active cooling plays a role because most MagSafe chargers slow down once your device heats up, but ESR, they keep it about 6.5 degrees cooler, letting it charge at the full 25 watts. Now, you might think to yourself, what is the big deal with 6.5 degrees? It doesn't sound like much. Well, that is the difference between getting 60% charge with ESR's CryoBoost in 30 minutes versus a 50% charge with Apple's own MagSafe charger. Now, you get more charge in the same time. That means less waiting around. And beyond just faster charging, it's going to simplify your setup because it powers your iPhone, your Apple Watch, and your AirPods all at once using a single 50-watt plug that's going to be included in the box. 3 devices, 1 cord, 0 mess. I'm about that. And if you're heading out and your watch is going to die, the charging plug will detach from the base, plug it into a USB-C power brick or USB-C charger, and you've got yourself a portable charger anywhere that you are. And you can even use the same 50-watt adapter to top up a MacBook like the MacBook Air. Since a lot of you normally have questions about setups like this, stick around to the end where I'll be answering most of the common questions about charging, cases, and battery health. Now, once everything is powered up, the next logical step is keeping your iPhone safe, because one small accident can get very expensive very fast. Now, iPhones are not getting any cheaper, and neither are their repairs. A cracked screen can cost a few $100, and if you crack that back glass, you might as well start breaking open that piggy bank right now, folks. Well, that is where ESR's classic hybrid case is going to come in. It comes in several fun colors to match your iPhone and features an 11-foot drop protection, raised edges, cushioned corners, full camera bar coverage, and a foldable stash stand that spans the entire width of the camera plateau. Pop it open to keep the screen visible and secure, something you can use all day without even thinking about it. Now, when the day ramps up, traveling, shooting, or just anything active, I switch to something that is going to be tougher, and that is the Cyber Tough magnetic case. And it means business, folks. You get more than double the drop protection, keeping your iPhone safe from up to a 23-foot fall. That strength comes in dual layer design with a soft, flexible TP outer shell paired with an inner shell that cushions your iPhone, kind of like a pillow. You get camera protection that gets a major upgrade here too. It includes a full width stash stand that covers the entire camera plateau. Plus, you get a reinforced guard that wraps completely around the lenses for extra impact. And even with all that protection, MagSafe still locks on tight with double the magnetic force. Now, between the two cases, there's one last piece that absolutely will complete the setup, and that is the screen. Now, this is where the real cost in if, unfortunately, something breaks. Now, this is the Armorite Pro screen protector. It's made with Corning glass. Now, Corning is that same company that supplies display glass to Apple and Samsung. And it's 10 times stronger than the standard glass screen protector and reduces scratch visibility by 25%. The application could not be any easier. It includes a frame, press down, pull out the tab, and you are done. Zip, bam, boom, Bob is your uncle. Each pack includes 3 protectors, so if you're like me and you dropped your iPhone just a few days after you had it, you can reapply the next one easy peasy in just a few minutes. It keeps your screen sharp, clear, and ready to take a hit if that ever does happen. And thankfully, nothing happened to mine. Now, before we wrap up, I know a few of you have questions, so let's run through some common ones. Will my iPhone charge through a thick case? Yes, both the ESR cases are fully MagSafe compatible, so CryoBoost works perfectly. And if you already own your own case, as long as it's under 2 millimeters thick, it's going to charge just fine and connect without an issue. What devices are compatible? The CryoBoost Qi 2.2 25-watt charger works with the iPhone 17 and the iPhone 16 models, except for the iPhone 16e at 25 watts with iOS 26 and a 35-watt charger. The iPhone 12 through the 15 will charge up to 15 watts. All Apple Watch models are included, as well as the AirPods 4 AirPods 3 and AirPods Pro 2, AirPods Pro 3, or just the regular AirPods Pro. Now, is the fan loud at night? Barely. It is rated for under 25 decibels, and you can turn it completely off using the button that's on the bottom of the base. Charging will still be quick, but it'll just be a little bit slower when you're not using CryoBoost. Now, here's a common one. Does fast charging hurt the battery over time? Kind of counterintuitively, no, it does not. Keeping the phone cooler actually helps preserve battery life, especially when you compare that to heat-heavy chargers. So if you had a charger that was charging at 25 watts without the CryoBoost, you would see more battery damage there over time. And last, does the stand wobble or feel flimsy? There are rubber feet on the bottom at all four corners, so it's going to keep the base planted itself, and it doesn't matter whether you're using the iPhone in portrait or landscape mode, and whether it's fully loaded with the Apple Watch and AirPods on it, it should stay firm and in place in portrait or landscape. Now, I should have answered the most common questions, but if I didn't answer yours, drop it down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you. At the end of the day, it comes back to one thing: a setup that just works. Everything is powered, protected, and ready for tomorrow. Big thanks to ESR for sponsoring today's video and building a lineup that actually works together. We got the CryoBoost charger, the classic hybrid case, and the Cyber Tough case, as well as the Armorite screen protector. You can find all of them linked down below in the video description. And if you want to see how this setup ties into the rest of the setup, go ahead and check out this video right here. But actually, this video down here is my favorite video, and I think that you should watch that one next. My name is Mike, guys, and I am out of here.